Hey everybody, Greg here, about to take another look at this week in park journey history to see what's been going on this week. We had another really busy week, so we're going to go ahead and get right to it and try to make this video a little bit shorter than last week's, but we did have another really busy week. So I got my coffee here, solemnly swear I'm up to no good, as always. I've got my Tim Hortons in here, thanks Amazon. In the background, you can see that I've got playing the Star Wars. I've got actually the original 1977 vinyl playing. Thank you to my mother-in-law for preserving this for all those years. And the reason that is I wanted to kind of talk about Last Jedi is on digital this week. So I wanted to kind of talk about that just real quick, just a minute or two. So as I mentioned, Last Jedi is on digital. I'm actually waiting for the Blu-ray. I prefer to certain movies I like to have the physical copy. I'm okay with digital on most things these days. But Star Wars, Marvel, Indiana Jones, when they make another one, Lord of the Rings, things like that, James Bond. I like to have the physical copy. Anything else, I'm actually kind of cool with at this point having digital. But Star Wars is one that I'm definitely waiting for the actual Blu-ray copy. But we did watch it this week on digital as well, which I loved. I loved the movie when it came out. I didn't get all the crap that it got. But anyway, a couple things that came up from this week on social media as far as the bonuses. So it's got the deleted scenes, it's got all that stuff. One of the cool things that I've heard really good praise about is the documentary, The Director and the Jedi, or maybe The Jedi and the Director. I don't know which is which. But I heard it's actually really good. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out once we do get the Blu-ray. And then the other thing that Ryan Johnson mentioned on Twitter this week, you can see the tweet here up on the screen, is that there is a soundtrack only mode. So basically, no dialogue, just John Williams' always amazing soundtrack with the movies. So I'm actually looking forward to checking that out once we get the Blu-ray, checking that one out. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on with Star Wars World this week. As you can also see, I've got my Winchester Mystery House hoodie on today. There's been some really awesome additions to Midsummer Scream. Speaking of Halloween stuff, go ahead and pull up their Twitter because I don't want to miss anything because they've actually had some really cool stuff going on this week as far as announcements are concerned. Elvira's coming back, Cassandra Peterson, so which will be cool to have her back. And then we've also they announced a couple weeks ago that Kimberly J. Brown from the Halloween Town movies is going to be there as well. And I remember watching those movies. I mean, I was 20 when my kids were born, so my kids were, into those movies, and my wife too. So they're actually all pretty excited to meet her at Midsummer Scream this year. So definitely looking forward to that as well. So let's go ahead and head over to the front screen of the site. And you can see here we've got 4 new updates this week. The Epcot Flower and Garden Festival, the Hello Kitty store, which is now open at Universal Hollywood, Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City, and Great American Scream Machine Media Day at Six Flags Over Georgia. So first, let's go ahead and take a look at the industry news page. So something we just posted this morning, Legoland is opening a new bioluminescence exhibit, which looks pretty cool for the pictures. Again, Legoland is very kid-oriented, kid-friendly, but their aquarium is really fun. So I definitely think it'll be a nice little addition. The Flyer, San Francisco, from Triotech is also opening this summer at Pier 39 in San Francisco. And Triotech, they came up with a couple things early on, kind of weren't, universally accepted or universally liked. I will admit I really like the mountain thing at Canada's Wonderland when we did it last year. I didn't get why it got so much hate, but I think they had changed it over from the first year. But Triotech's really kind of come on the last couple of years and has, come up with some really awesome attractions, and they're always one of our favorites at IAPA. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out this summer as well. This is also the second week for the the third weekend of the Food and Wine Festival at Busch Gardens, and this weekend is Olga Tanon. I'm thinking that's how you spell it. Tanyan, maybe, with the little thing there, and then Goo Goo Dolls. I don't know how to pronounce that either, apparently. No, kidding. In their biggest concert since they were on the Howard Stern show. For all you Stern fans will remember that amazing appearance that they had on the Stern show gosh, what, probably 15, 20 years ago now. So yeah, and then also Great American Scream Machine opened last weekend. Again, we'll talk about that a little bit more in just a second. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into our updates from this week. So on Monday, we had an update from Renee out in Florida, who was at the Epcot Flower and Garden Festival at Walt Disney World. And just, obviously just another beautiful Disney day in Florida, and I think most of them are. And the Flower and Garden Festival looks amazing as always. Epcot is basically the home of Disney festivals at this point, and you pretty much got a festival going on, 365 days a year at this point, which, hey, I'm cool with that. So lots of cool scenery, merchandise, of course, Figment, Topiary. Lots of new stuff this year too. We got the Honey Bistro, which is new this year. So roasted cauliflower that Renee said was quite yummy. So good thing for all you vegetarians out there. Obviously lots of beer and wine. And then this other thing that looked really good was this chocolate cake thing from the smokehouse. Woody seemed to like it there in his topiary. So yeah, definitely check that out if you're going to be out in Florida. Epcot is my favorite park ever, and I need to get back there and check all this stuff out. And then I love this picture of the 3 caballeros that she got. It's actually our header photo for the Disney page right now because I liked it so much. So yeah, so definitely check out that update if you missed it earlier this week. And then on Tuesday, we had our update from the Hello Kitty store at Universal Hollywood. Matt was out there last week and got some shots of it. And, obviously I'm not in the market for, I'm not the audience for Hello Kitty, but it looks great. The store is themed really well. A lot of great Hello Kitty merchandise. I love these shirts and things that have the Hello Kitty in the Universal movies like Jaws and Jurassic Park and things like that. Kind of was hoping they'd have a Psycho one. I think that'd be kind of cool. But and of course, they had the food and the keychains and the hair stuff. And the other thing that opened too at Universal Hollywood is the Lemley Court, which looks absolutely fantastic. A nice little shady seating area there where you can take your snacks or your food and check it out. Also the DreamWorks theater is still being constructed. So we're obviously excited to check that out. And then there's a little B-roll video that the park sent over to us as well with the Hello Kitty store. So definitely make sure you check out that update as well. Next was one of the biggest, most anticipated coasters of the summer, which is or really the year. I guess it's not even close to summer yet, is it? Time Traveler is now open at Silver Dollar City. And this ride just looks phenomenal. I think that, we started putting all of our videos out on Facebook instead of YouTube because F YouTube. So this one will be out on Facebook as well, as you'll see. But yeah, we've been getting actually a lot more views on our Facebook videos than we ever did on YouTube, which is fine with us. It's just the way that it is. So yeah, this coaster looks really amazing. So in the video, we've got a POV, some B-roll stuff, and then some park interviews that they sent to us. So I know that some people have already ridden it, and reviews have been simply glowing so far. So, it's still early. It's still kind of in test and adjust mode, even though it's officially open. But yeah, I think it's going to be a home run for that park, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting out there and trying it one of these days. And then lastly, we had our media day from Great American Scream Machine. So in the video we had there, we had POV, and then we had Randy with his reverse POV. And I love watching Randy's videos. He's so fun and so enthusiastic about the videos. I think we all try to be, but I don't know, he just seems to be really fun with the videos. But sorry, fellas, he's taken by our very own RD. But yeah, just a really fun update, and it is open now. So if you're in Georgia this weekend, go ahead and go take a ride on it. Reviews have been pretty good. It's been, Randy said it's pretty smooth, which is great. And make sure that you give Metro Atlanta Coaster Club a like on their Facebook page as well. And thank Randy for the great coverage. So then the last thing I wanted to talk about was this thing we did last Friday that was kind of just a very last minute. I'm sitting here finishing up my work day because I work at home on Fridays. Just trying to think of something fun to do on a Friday night. And, I didn't, I kind of thought of, Friday night fun, what can we do to have some Friday night fun? So I came up with this, I put this thing together in about 2 minutes. And it was, Friday night fun, post an unpopular theme park opinion, and then you can only agree or disagree, only comment, agree or disagree under others. And like it got 200 and something comments, and people were having fun with it and debating it. One thing we did notice is that Facebook, if you only have a one word answer, it will flag that as spam. It was even, if I typed it in my own name instead of the Park Journey name, it was actually flagging mine as spam as well, which, whatever. I can't even comment on my own Facebook page. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with it, and I think a lot of people did too. So we're gonna do it again tonight. Hopefully we haven't, last week we put zero thought into it. So hopefully this week we haven't gone and put too much thought into it, because I think the spontaneity of it all was a lot of the fun of it. So hopefully we haven't actually put too much thought into it this time, and it'll still be fun. So check that out. It'll be up at about probably 5 Pacific tonight. So yeah, we'll have a little bit more Friday night fun tonight. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Again, we will be at Knott's Boysenberry on Sunday, so make sure you're following us on all of our social media at park_journey on Twitter and Instagram, and facebook.com/parkjourneycom on Facebook. We do have a Snapchat. I don't use it. I don't know if I think Renee uses it sometimes, but I think it's at park_journey as well. So if you're on Snapchat and you'd like to see like 2 snaps a month or something like that, we don't bug you with it. Feel free. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we will talk to you next week.